Oh hey guys, I didn't see you there. Welcome to the first video of my PlanetSide 2 series. This video is going to be a little bit different because this is going to be a short tutorial video of what this game is and how it actually works, so that way those of you who haven't ever seen this game won't be totally lost as you watch me play and ultimately die in it. But what is PlanetSide 2 first of all? I mean, what is this game that I'm playing? It is a massively multiplayer online first-person shooter game. What that means is it's the same as any other first-person shooter game, but instead of playing on a map with, say, like 64 people or 32 people, like you would in Battlefield 4, Titanfall, Call of Duty, you're playing on a map with literally hundreds of people or more, depending on how populated the server is. What's also great about this game is it is completely free to play. I haven't spent a dime, which actually isn't true. I have spent money now, but you're not required to spend any money. I've spent money because I've chosen to, but there's no difference between those people who spend money and those who don't. Those people who spend money only get extra stuff. It's not like in some other free-to-play games where if you don't spend money, you're only getting part of the game where you have certain restrictions. If you don't spend money, you get the full game and you're ready to go. Whereas if you do spend money, you get a few extra things. I spend a little bit of money here and there to kind of enhance my experience. But enough about that. The concept of this game is it's on a distant planet in the future where these three factions are fighting for control of this planet called Araxis. And Araxis is made up of 3 different continents where, if you look at the map right now, this would normally be about the size of like a Battlefield 4 map. Or maybe Battlefield 4 is a little bigger, maybe more like a Titanfall map. But this map is, the map of PlanetSide 2 on this continent called Indar is actually more like this big. Yeah, take it in. And this is only one of 3 continent maps. You can literally walk, say from this edge of the map right here, all the way over here with no load times, no nothing. You could just walk over there. It would take hours and you'd probably die, but you could definitely do it. This is a continent called Indar, which is my personal favorite continent because the landscape is really varied. It's mostly desert, but there's also some green plains and even some bays. There's a continent called Amarish, which is mostly jungle, and a continent called Esamir, which is mostly ice. And while Esamir and Amarish are pretty awesome, they're fun to play on, I feel that the landscape is pretty one-dimensional. It doesn't really change that much. Whereas in Indar, you could be fighting in the desert and all of a sudden you come across this green plain and then all of a sudden to this mountainous region. But enough about that. There's 3 different factions in this game: the New Conglomerate, the Terran Republic, and the Vander Sovereignty. And I won't get into how those are all different because there's a ton of other videos about that. Basically, there's 6 different classes to this game: the Infiltrator, Light Assault, Combat Medic, Engineer, Heavy Assault, Max. And those names are kind of all self-explanatory. Light Assault carry jetpacks and fly around. Heavy Assault, large machine guns. Every other thing you should probably be able to figure out. Max suits are pretty awesome because if you've seen the Alien movies, they kind of harken back to those mech suits that they wear. But enough about that. Let's get into the game and I'll show you what this game is kind of about. For this tutorial, I'll be playing as the Light Assault because they're a little easier to get around, and I'll show you some stuff. There's a lot of different hot bars down here and a lot of different menus, which I'll explain as we go along through the series. But I won't get into that right now because I want to get into some gameplay. There's also, if any of you are looking to play this game, it's free to play on the PlanetSide 2 website or Steam, and they also have a lot of great tutorial videos there that go in-depth into all the concepts, but this is going to be a brief overview. So right now, I just spawned into our warp gate spawn room, which every faction has a warp gate on each continent, which is kind of like a safe zone. You see we're in kind of this huge bubble thing. No one can get hurt in here. No enemies can come in. This is kind of just a great place for people or outfits to get together and form up before moving out. Outfits are basically like a guild like you would have in other MMO games. Basically a group of like-minded individuals who all work together. This is kind of a place where you can just resupply, get vehicles and stuff. All these terminals do something. There's our aircraft terminals where you can get aircraft, tanks, or other vehicles. You can change your loadout. There's a lot of different things you can do here. The only other thing I want to describe in this video is the resource system. You see down here where my mouse is right now. Every territory you get on the map, or your faction controls, give you a certain amount of resources to spend. So like I think, if you see this resource over here, Indar Western Warp Gate, and how that little number right here, +3, this is mechanized. But it gives you plus resources that you can spend on different things. So like if I wanted to go buy an airplane, I would have to spend some of my aerospace resources. So let me go do that. And we can get into some stuff about the game. This actually isn't going to be much longer. I'm going to pause it, and I'll come back with the next video with some real gameplay. But here I am in a plane, and as I play through this series, I'll explain more concepts as we come to them. How to capture bases, how to actually win, if there is even an end game. Right now, this is the game. I hope you guys stick around, subscribe. This is going to be a fun series because there really is no story to this game other than the fact that you're plopped into this world and told to go fight. So I kind of tell my own story in the game, which we'll see how that turns out. I'll probably die a lot like I'm about to. But I hope you guys stick around, subscribe for more videos I post every Friday, and I'll see you guys in the virtual battle. Thanks!